I am here. I arrive through the waves of smooth, cool, jazzy music. Cool, jazzy music live here for you. I am here. Somehow, I have survived the afternoon. Despite feeling tired, I did not even close my eyes, even for a little bit. No temptation of the devil's nap from me. Not today. I have evaded. I have evaded the devil. I have resisted temptation and have successfully evaded the devil's nap as the Lord intended. And I come here to you now, live, with a very strange collection of snacks to play more Disco Elysium. I have a cookie. I start I This is an individually wrapped cookie. I don't remember what these are called, but they are a cookie. It is a cookie that's got like two dollops of like strawberry jelly in like circles built into the cookie. But it's like okay, imagine a cookie sandwich. And it looks like it's in the shape of a football. And the cookies are like smushed together somehow. But then there's got like two scooped out holes in the cookie. And within the cookie's caverns, there is strawberry jelly. It's fine. It's pretty good. It's not the best cookie I've ever had, but I like it. It was one of my unhinged Costco snack haul um finds where I just kind of picked it up to try it. But I've had this, it's a big box of cookies. And I've had this box of cookies for months because I keep forgetting that it's there. So I am very slowly, gradually consuming the cookies. Next to the cookies, we've got a small handful of craisins. Dried cranberries that I don't know. I usually take the cranberries and put them the dried cranberries and like sprinkle them on like a bagel. And then I have them I sometimes I have some sun butter and I spread it on a toasted bagel and I put some of the craisins on it and it tastes very good and I like it. Um but today I just wanted a small handful of craisins. We're feeling extra fruity today with the strawberry jelly and the cranberry, you know. And then I have exactly six, count them, six Takis. They are I had a small hand. Honestly, this was not a small handful. I thought I could handle a medium to large handful of Takis cuz I of course, that was also another one of my Costco purchases that I've had for the past couple months and I'm now opening the bag. And they're spicy. I knew they were spicy. I know Takis is a spicy hot chip. However, they're spicier than I expected. So I can't just sit there and eat as much as I can. Like I can with like the shrimp chips or flaming hot Cheetos. Cause like if I feel like if I inhale even 2 centimeters incorrectly, the dust will go into my throat and I'll be coughing like crazy. So that's what we've got for the girl dinner tonight. That's it. I'm like not hungry, but I like having little snackies like this. And then of course I've got big water. The big water is here. So hopefully everyone here has arrived with their snacks and or dinner and or girl dinner. How is everyone doing? Ewo and Brew and Bob, welcome, welcome. On. We gotta open with I wanna know if Yap Dollar is back in style because everyone's going
And
to
if you
There he is! Wait! Not Yap Dollar. This is not Yap Dollar. But my guy, I am emotion. Hold on. Hold on a second. This is important. Sorry, Imogen Heap. We need to play this. We need to play this. My guy, my man.
and if you can believe it,
Mm-hmm.
it's a Friday once again.
God, so true. So true. I am so emotional that he's gone. Genuinely. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm maybe I'm just biased because okay, I'm biased on multiple angles, right? One, I don't really pay attention to pop culture. So whenever big celebrities die, I'm kind of like, damn, that's crazy. But I don't know them, or maybe it's not that I don't know them, I'm just not as attached to them. Um and also, oh god, I forgot my second point. Okay, I forgot the second bullet point. Either way, what I'm trying to say is David Lynch's death really actually got me in my feelings this week. That's so fucked up that 2025 would start this way. And it's so evil that that 2025 is starting this way and then we have shit president again. It's so illegal, and I think I'm going to file a claim with the Fates. I am going to speak to their manager. I don't know who's in charge of the Fates, but I will be suing. If anything, we need more weird little guys to get us through the next 4 years, okay? And we can't just lose one of the biggest weird guys who seems pretty good natured from what I hear, you know? Good natured weird. We need more of that. And it's so fucked up that he's gone. It's awful. Now I have to make more weird shit to cover for the weird shit that we're missing out on. Okay? So it's so fucked up. It's so evil. Genuinely affecting me. But I'm hoping that Kim will comfort me in this trying time while we turn the church into a nightclub. You know? I got some seaweed snacks from Costco yesterday, but sadly I didn't like them. Oh no. Wait, so okay, now I have to ask. Did you also get the Kirkland registered trademark brand of seaweed snacks that is like a big chunky dossier of dried seaweed? Because if you don't like, I mean, if you don't like those, of course I'll take them. No, I'm kidding. Um it's it's always sometimes it's a gamble if you buy something from the Costco and then you don't like it because that's a lot. That's a lot of snacks you just bought that you don't enjoy. So you got to find someone else to give it away. So that way they don't like just evaporate. They don't just disappear. That has happened to me a couple times where I try something out that I'm like, oh, I've never seen this before. And I pick it up at the Costco, but it's like a big bag or it's like a large number of thing. And then I end up not liking it. And then I'm like, luckily, one of the random bizarre perks of still living at home is just being able to give stuff away that I bought but I don't want to throw out because it's not bad. It's just I don't like it. So I'm like, somebody else has to eat these. Somebody else has to eat this immediately. Fashionable alcoholic bisexual superstar communist detective and his boyfriend open up a church/nightclub just sounds like it could be set in Portland or maybe Seattle. Genuinely, as I was typing up the stream title today. Um in my head, all I could picture was like a reality TV show with like similar vibes to like Tiger King or the Real Housewives of whatever city. And I feel like that could work. I would like to watch that. I want to see that show up on Hulu, and I want to follow the chaotic and totally not scripted escapades of an entrepreneurial ex homicide detective, gay, but no, bisexual, alcoholic, superstar, communist detective, ex homicide detective, and his boyfriend open up a church slash nightclub. I want to see this. I think it could do some numbers. It could get some ratings. Personally, I would like to see the scandal. I would like to see it. I tried the new Doritos Buffalo Ranch chips, and their chips make sense, understandable. Yeah, they sure do sound like chips. I'm not crazy about Doritos. I don't really like Doritos. If Doritos are at a party, I will not eat them. I'm just that person. So, or chips that are like bootleg Doritos, not a fan. I just don't like this kind of tortilla chip. I don't know. I don't know what Doritos is doing wrong, but I don't like what they're doing. So I don't eat them. I don't buy them. I will eat Cheetos all the time, though. I do love Cheetos. And then I look at Takis, and I actually don't know what they're doing that is different than Doritos. And then I eat them. I don't dislike Takis like I dislike Doritos, and I don't know how to explain that. They're both tortilla chips, but they did something different. It might just be that Takis are like very spicy. Definitely one of the spiciest chips I've ever had. And maybe my brain, the reptilian brain, is just like, yes, we are addicted to spice. And so I continue to eat them. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. Perhaps this is the difference. You could tell me this is RFK Jr. and I'd believe it. I take offense to that on behalf of David Lynch, but David Lynch would. I don't know what he would say about that. I don't know him like that. Literally, all I know of Mr. David Lynchian, is his work. And I really like his work. He's got that weird freak energy that I very much appreciate. And I'm going to very much miss that there can't be more of from him. He has a very specific brand of weird that I like. Like when other people are completely incoherent, I find it extremely annoying. But for some reason, David's doing something different. And I would need to like actually sit down and academically study the stuff I've seen from David Lynch to be able to explain why he's cooking with something different. I cannot explain it off the top of my head, but it feels good. It makes sense when he does it. I'm in that camp of I don't know this person, but a lot of people whose taste and culture I respect really seem bummed about it. Yes, because he, I don't know, I've been seeing throughout the past, like what, it was only yesterday that it happened, right? It feels like it's been like 6 months. Like time has happened so much since I found out about this yesterday. And I have seen a lot of people on my Blue Sky feed openly mourning the loss of David Lynch and like talking about, oh, I watched Twin Peaks in my 20s and it really like hit different. Oh, I really liked Mulholland Drive. Oh, I really liked Blue Velvet. Oh, I liked Eraserhead. All of this. And I'm like, damn, there's people out here that there are people on my feed that I would not even I would not think of them as like a weird appreciator, but now that I see it, now that I see them talk about how much they liked David's work, I'm like, oh my god, that's so real. They are so into this kind of stuff. It makes so much sense, actually. Like a bunch of people, a bunch of artists I follow, a bunch of animators, game devs. The game devs are fairly new to me that I'm following, so I, of course, I was a little surprised, but it's just so nice. It's nice to know that somehow I've ended up following a whole bunch of creatives who are into the same weird guy that I'm into. And I'm like, yes, yes, somehow the stars have aligned in such a way that a lot of these people who are into the specific brand of weird are like in the same circle of the Venn diagram, and some of them are even following each other or enjoying each other's work. And I don't know, it's very bittersweet. It's been a very bittersweet 24 hours, you know. Everyone on my feed has been very encouraging of each other to keep keep the weirdness going, keep the weirdness alive, carry the torch of weird media, try to be unapologetically weird and or honest with your art, and it's very nice. It's very nice to see. I am both inspired and very sad, honestly. It was a big bag of little individual bags. That yeah, that I mean that yeah. At least the seaweed snacks that I got from Costco this time, it's a big plastic bag, and within the big plastic bag is smaller bags with like a plastic thingy that holds all the dried seaweed like files in a folder in a filing cabinet. So I mean, I find the packaging to be very strange, but I do appreciate that there is a lot of seaweed in there. I am eating up the seaweed, you know. Who up eating all the seaweed in the house? In the ocean. It's me. Alright, hold on. I have yapped long enough. My yapping knows no bounds, but there needs to be restraints. Hold on. It's gaming time. It's gaming time. I need to investigate. Well, actually, I don't remember what time it is in my save right now in Disco Elysium. However, I know it's evening or afternoon time and I have to make it to the meeting. But I have to confront the ravers. The ravers may be lying to me, and I don't like that. I don't appreciate that the ravers are lying to me. Like, what did I do? I just showed up. Oh, also I took a bribe. Possibly. I possibly took a bribe. I don't know. I don't remember the boys' names, but the one that looks the most like David Bowie, like a David Bowie concept, he paid me money, and I don't know why. I mean, it may be apology money for me not catching the key and it hit my face and Harry Henry started crying. That may be apology money, or maybe a bribe. You need to investigate the homosexual underground. Also true. I need to check up and see how that is doing, because I know for the past couple weeks in real life, I have been setting that thought up The thoughts have been thinking. So I need to check up on that. You know. Oh, yeah. We are in the church. We're in the snurch. We're here. Also, first Costco hot dog and pizza slice. For as much as we've been going to Costco lately, I have yet to try the Costco hot dog, but I hear it's very good. And that's extremely affordable in this trying times. I'll try again on the seaweed. It's probably an acquired taste thing. I am a hater of the term acquired taste. I am of the belief that if you try something and you genuinely don't like it, you shouldn't force yourself to like it. That's that on that. So, I mean, if you don't like the seaweed thing, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. There are two different seaweed snacks I came across at the Costco, though. There's Costco seaweed snacks, and then there's another one from a different brand that I can't remember the name of. And I like theirs better, at least I believe I do, because they put a little bit more salt on theirs, and I like that. I like the salty seaweed snacks. They're more like chips that way, you know? They're more like chips that way. He probably saw you lose your shit on a sale and wasn't ready to deal with it. Also fair. Fair. The Costco hot dog really shows the power of a well-timed violent threat. That's so true. And it's so crazy, too, because I don't know what that Costco CEO is doing at this time. I don't even know if his ass is still alive. But he has sufficiently haunted his employees to never increase the price on the hot dog for like years. I don't know what he did or if he's still there, but they're scared. They have not touched anything about that. They believe him when he said that he'll kill them if they increase the price. Yeah, that's a lot of power, you know. That guy was not fucking around, I guess. And no one has been brave enough to try it, I guess. Or if they have, they didn't live to tell the tale, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not accusing anyone of murder or anything, but I'm just putting that out there. Ooh, I'll take that. What is that? A scarf? Mesk Banger silk scarf. +1 pain threshold? We can wear a scarf? What the hell? Hold on. Allow me to... Oh my god. Mesk Banger's red brogues. Brogues? Brug? I don't know how to say it. Gives me +1 empathy though. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white on white flower motif? Sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. Alright. Hold on. What they look like though? How do they look? I could keep this on. We could keep that on. I like it. They're cute. And the scarf? This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mesk floral motifs. Okay, alright, okay. Where do I put this? Here? Wait, it's so cute. Oh? Can you imagine? You know Harry Henry is still wearing the mesh tank top. And of course he's wearing the piss fart jacket. And he's wearing his regular pants. And he's wearing someone else's shoes. I don't know what weather this is good for. Maybe the fall? Maybe the spring? He's wearing he's a scarf, mesh tank top, but leather jacket though, and it's not like a super cropped leather jacket, but like, you know, I worry that his torso would be cold still. You know. I put a pic of the seaweed on Discord. Seaweed in Discord, in Riften on table. So true. Flower motive, pollinate. Honestly, real. Right? He's truly a banger in this outfit. It's accidentally kind of cute. Though, I can't remember. So I wanted more drama and maybe more composure for something. I don't hate this. I want to keep this. But I worry that I'm going to need the composure and the drama for something that I don't remember. Oh, I got skill points. I got skill points I got to use. But I've increased my pain threshold with my outfit. And what was the other one? Empathy. Oh, my empathy is going crazy. Oh, but it's not as big as my drama, actually. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, okay. And then what's going on in here? Yeah. Help the ravers start a nightclub. Yeah, so we gotta confront the ravers. I gotta confront them, and I have to ask them straight up if they're starting a snuff house. I don't want to help them start an audio drone. Audio drone. We can't do that. It better be a nightclub, or I'm arresting them. Okay? Is not done cooking yet. We still have 3.5 hours remaining. So, there are many things that are cooking right now. Many things that are happening. Yes. So, I guess I'll keep this outfit, and I hope I'm not gonna regret not having like 12 drama or something. Is that the same kind of scarf that Manana wears? I don't think so, but maybe. I haven't seen Manana in like 7 days, so anything is possible. Doom house voice, a snuff house. Is this a subtle way of telling me that myhouse.wad is a snuff house? But no, I'm concerned that since, what was it, the boys in the tent, they are aware of this snuff milieus, the snuff audios, these snuff podcasts that exist in the universe. And just because they know doesn't mean they are guilty of anything. But I am also just saying, there better not be any funny business going on here. No audio drone. We're not here for that. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. In frost? This frost is like artistic as hell. It's making deer, it's making flowers. Also, is our guy like naked? We only see his silhouette when he's doing his Spider-Man ceiling climb and all that. But so far I found his shoes, I found his scarf. I'm a little concerned that he is not wearing clothes. Like, at all. So. Oh, hold on. I want to take a look around up here. I didn't miss anything? Okay, alright, so I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything? Okay. So what happens if I leave through the window? The very clearly broken window.
In white, silver, and apricot
I
faience,
guess I can't leave.
the young mother of humanism stands above you.
Huh?
A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
The mother of humanism? Doomhouse is an old-ass internet video starring Low-Tax and the other guy who isn't Low-Tax. Ah, I see. I am not familiar with it. Remind me again, Low-Tax is the guy behind, or was the guy behind Something Awful, right? And like everybody hates his ass for some reason. That is like a section of internet that I actually know nothing about until, or rather, I don't know anything about Something Awful because I never went there. But the internet old heads that I follow of time on a different internet. I was on that Pluto internet at the time. Hogs loose in the church. Honestly, with this giant broken window, I'm surprised nothing is coming in here. Or is this like a higher level? So nothing from just the ground can just walk in here? But it looks like there's snow in here. Maybe hogs will come into the church. I don't know.
This is Her Innocence Dolores Day.
Dolores Day. Okay.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Are we religious? Is Harry Henry religious? Listen, I'm waiting for Encyclopedia to tell me all the lore. Tell me, starting from the very first book Bible, I want to know everything about Her Innocence Dolores Day. Tell me everything about this religion. I don't know nothing about it. Should I kneel? I never thought I'd have to think about religion this hard while playing Disco Elysium, to be honest with you. Is my Harry Henry religious? I kind of want to kneel to see what would happen. I don't want to leave. I want to follow along to this, but I don't know if my Harry Henry is religion. But I also feel like my Harry Henry asks so many questions and knows literally nothing about anything, that why would he instinctively kneel to Dolores Day when this man woke up and didn't know what money was? You know? Why does he remember her but not the concept of money? Okay, I want... okay. Let's think. I don't think my Henry Henry knows anything about anything. So I don't think he would kneel. But I also kind of want to kneel, because I want to see what happened. But my Harry Henry doesn't know anything, so he would not kneel. So, no.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
Are her eyes open? I thought they were closed. Okay.
As if under a microscope.
No, I am not your bug. You can take a very aggressive anti religious stance in here. Let's look up. If I won't kneel, let's at least look up.
The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
What? Passing as in like I'm passing through the church? Or passing as in he's dead, but he's still alive? Okay.
You?
Me?
No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time. To leave.
Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I didn't put my phone on vibrate. It's gonna keep on going beep beep boop boop. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this. Everyone hates low tax now, but that's relatively recent. I say relatively recently, but I mean like 10 years ago. Okay. All I know is that probably within the last like 2-3 years, I have lurked enough in very specific Twitter and Blue Sky threads to hear people talk shit about this guy. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know people hated him so much. Why'd they use the website then? But I mean, you look at Twitter and you see how long people stayed on Twitter until it got really unbearable. I can understand, maybe. Dolores Day lore is so neat to me. I love fictional religions. I'm very curious about how this religion works in this universe. I want to see it. I want to hear everything. I want to know because I'm nosy. I want to know what real world religion can be I want to know what real life religion relates to this. Passing as in Harry is trans mask. Fair point. I didn't think about that either. That's fair. Always looking at women. And what about it? Hello, Audrey. Welcome. You're right on time to come to church. We have to decide what is her expression. I can respect that she only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb. Who among us does not show extreme care and concern for our shiny sovereign's orb? You know? Though, and getting to the aerodrome on time to leave sounds so specific. Who is that? Who could that possibly be about? Also, what the hell is an aerodrome? There's a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She's acknowledging the passing of someone who is still alive? See, the thing that I want to see the whole stained glass. I want to see all of it so I can make a better judgment. It seems like... Okay, wait. I thought there was a crowd of people down here. It's just one guy? And this is his orb? This is the sovereign and his orb? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what it is. She is here with glowing lungs, looking down, somewhat smiling, but kind of sad, at her sovereign and his glowing orb. But what does it mean? Compassion. I don't see. Okay, if this was like, if it was me looking at like a Renaissance painting in the real life, not a Renaissance painting, but looking at a painting of like a biblical depiction, and it's like some characters, some characters in the painting are looking upon the crucified body of Jesus Christ, I would be able to understand completely, 100%. But like, this guy might still be alive. What is she looking at him for? Maybe compassion. But then what's up with the lungs? Usually in them big paintings, it's always like, oh yeah, you can see their heart. Oh, and their heart's got like a crown, or like it's stabbed or something, like something. But the lungs are glowing. The orb, glowing. His pointy hat, pointy. What does it mean? I think I should just pick something, because I want to hear more about this painting and about this religion. Not painting, the stained glass. Let's say it's compassion, because I don't know anything else. I need more keys to the kingdom to unlock the mood of this painting. It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Oh. Well, okay. Should I do that too? You should create r/atheism in Revachol. That's a lot of work. I'm already sniffing for communists. I can't handle 2 big jobs at once. Fem Jesus is acknowledging Harry's ability to pass. Amen. Aerodrome is where they make the Snufkin milieus. See, if it's just milieus about Snufkin, that's different. The Ravers can do that, but I won't allow them to make Audiodrome. That's not allowed. They can't do Audiodrome. They can't do Videodrome. It's illegal. Like, actually, they can't do that. I'll do the same. There's no other option, but I will also make a sign of the X. Cross.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. What the hell? Okay. Hold that thought. Okay, I will speak out loud later. How did I know this is the mother of humanism? Good question, good question. 72% chance. How do I know?
Despite
Yes.
the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
She's real? The innocence of humanism. Is an innocence like a saint? I want to know more. Okay.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Hey, let's go. That's exactly what I want to know next. Oh, wait. Oh, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system. No, I have not. But what is an innocence?
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
The highest category of historic individual. An embodiment of the world spirit. A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party.
Elected?
A precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Okay, this religion's weird. I didn't know we had to elect our Jesus. Nobody told me that. Okay. Oh, wait. The founding party. That's like specific to this religion, isn't it? Okay, it's not as governmental as I thought, but it's still kind of weird. And innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. Elected to office by the founding party? The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate inauthentic rule. Okay. I need more info. What does any of that mean? Reinforce it for me.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities.
Oh no.
What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Oh no. What do you mean an innocence is infallible? The decisions made by one are not decisions, they are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? I am suddenly incredibly nervous about this. Uh-oh. So, how does one get elected to by the founding party? How does one vote for Jesus? You know, I'm just curious how that works. Tell me about that. Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay. All right. Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
He said, did he say interconnected world? Because it only says connected. I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's a lot of discrepancies here. 300 years ago. Okay. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Seren, modern-day Sir La Clay. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, okay. A woman of the court. So then, this is very bizarre for me. I'm not saying I am a brain genius at all religions everywhere all of the time, but this feels so weird. Because it sound okay. She's a historical figure, but is this a religion around her? Is this like why what's happening? Like I'm kind of like, is this a cult? Is this like really weird? What's going on? She's like real and was like amongst political people and yet worshipped. But why? But how? I'm so confused. And I'm curious. One of the David Bowies did mention the system. Maybe? I don't know. I probably forgot about that part. I also don't remember they name dropped the name of the specific religion who owned or or conducted business within this church. I can't remember it right now. She was amongst us. It's true, she was amongst us. Which is why I'm kind of like, this is weird, right? Do you think anyone worships Bernie Sanders? Yes. You can start a religion about that. But that would still give me the same weird vibes. Of like, there's something not right about doing this. And I don't know how to explain why. All I can say is, this feels wrong. You know? Aside from the fact that nobody should be standing politicians, there's just something not right about this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that they called her infallible. Because if she truly was amongst us, ain't no way she's infallible. No way. She had flaws. I want to know all of her flaws. I want to fucking know. I want to know all of the flaws. Tell me all of her sins, her mortal sins. I know her ass is not infallible. My read on it is that it's like if Queen Victoria became the Dalai Lama, but with Catholic aesthetics. I don't know who Queen Victoria is, I'm going to be honest. So I am completely unfamiliar. I barely know the Dalai Lama. But Catholic aesthetics, I am aware of. I am familiar with. The Pericanassians? That sounds about right. Politics and religion together? But how? I'm just... me still believing that there's separation of church and state. But how? How can you put politics and religion together? What? I don't know. Something's just weird about this. And that's why I want to know more. We have to we have to cancel her by finding all of her flaws. She was the queen during the Victorian age. Ah, okay. I don't know anything about the Dalai Lama, I'm gonna be for real. But I feel the Catholicism in this church. So that part's easy. With a big ass stained glass window like this, with the image of God on it, that feels very Catholic to me. I feel it. There are no pews in here. I'm assuming that they're just gone. If this church is abandoned, maybe people just like lifted them. I don't know why they would take them, but they're just gone. Or maybe in this church you don't sit down. Maybe you're supposed to stand in this church the whole time. I don't know. I need to know more. I need to know more.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Yes. Nope, I'm poking further. Where is this coming from? You mean, are we talking about this thought? Are we talking about the knowledge of Dolores Day? I'm curious. I want to know about this one. Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
No.
No, you must know.
Exactly. Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
What the hell is contract bridge? All right, continue.
She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's
Oh, you know how to describe it. Lots of paintings commissioned by the Catholic Church. A lot of paintings, sculptures, stained glass, a lot. Artists living purely because they've been paid by the church to make beautiful, gorgeous paintings depicting scenes from the Bible. That's why there's so many. So, but all I know is Catholicism. All I know is my Roman Catholic upbringing. I don't know anything else about any other branch of Christianity other than the shit I hear about when I watch those big video essays that explain how fucked up some branches of Christianity are. And also, I would like to point out, I said flashy earlier, but it's not flashy in the same way that I see like the TV evangelicals and the big mega churches. Maybe because I don't know any Catholic churches or any churches that are around that are like that up here. But I don't mean that kind of flashy either. That's different. That one feels aggressively American to me. that's that's a different flavor. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. Dot, dot, dot.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
I want to know about that. What makes her so magical? What made her so magical? What is the difference between her and somebody else? I don't know if there were multiple people who had her same position in the political realm. In the realm. But what makes her different from everybody else? What makes her not like other girls? How come?
It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Irene Le Navigateur. I hope that's her real legal name, because that's very good. This is a very Ace Attorney ass name, and I like that. Ultimately vindicated. So a lot of voyages into the Pale to find out what's out here. But ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world here.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
She meaning, I'm guessing, Dolores. Wow, or I don't care. Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared,
Okay.
and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
Now, okay. Now here's where you got me confused. Here's where you lost me. Is that real? Who else? I need accounts from multiple witnesses. I don't know about this one. But okay. Okay, her lungs started glowing in her chest.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Okay.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt.
Oh. You know what? That that explains why I was confused earlier, because I was like, why are her lungs glowing? Isn't it like, why not the heart? All right. This is a whole new world. This is a whole new universe. Lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt. All right. I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even faraway Supra-Muindi.
Supra?
Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Immediately accepted. Even the faraway Supramundi. They keep putting the fucking prefix supra in front of everything. And I both love it and also I'm so annoyed because I'm like, what does that mean? Is this a place or a description? Altogether, 21 of the 40 mondial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule. Innocentic. I keep wanting to say innocentric. Okay, her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina,
Oh my
her
god.
homeland. The name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky.
Sounds extremely appropriate.
She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
Okay. There is a chapter missing in the story. 1. I can concede that when in the time that she was alive, everyone loved her for some reason. I have yet to hear any explanation on why, other than she was wicked smart and what else? I want to hear more. I want to hear more about her. Like, what else? They describe her as if she's an angel, which is why I'm kind of like, no, something's missing here. What do you mean she's just an angel with glowing lungs? What do you mean by that? I want to know. Okay. Okay, so she's got her Theriers. The secret servicemen of the Innocents. They're worried about an assassination attempt, so there was a very far away crowd. Alright. I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. She must have been beautiful, ...
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother. Insultingly beautiful.
Insulting.
It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well. Very well.
I do? Underfeathers. Okay. She looked like humanity's young mother. A perfect mother. Insultingly beautiful. Was she actually a mother? In life? In life? This kind of feels like how one would describe the Virgin Mary a little bit. And I'm fascinated, basically. I want to know more about this. Okay.
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her.
What?
22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
Okay. So one of them, okay. So they were all afraid that one of the regular ass people in the town, one of her admirers, the people, her followers, they were worried. Oh man, one of them might kill her. We're afraid of an assassination attempt. She's so beautiful and so smart that someone would try to kill her. Understandable. I get it. And then it's one of the men in the Secret Service who killed her 22 years later. He thought, he suspected that she wasn't human. What the fuck does that mean? Like, now I need to know about this guy. What's wrong with him? Okay, what?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents.
Okay. Does he think this is an interference by God? Does he think that she is an alien that is backseating humanity and making them like, cuz listen, here's the thing, right? What was it? It was her. They said it was Dolores's insistence or advice to what's her face, Irene Le Navigator. That she was like, "Hey, you should like go here," and she was like, "Oh, but there's so many. We went on so many voyages, but for you, I'll do it." And then they found the new world, and it was like, damn, that's badass. That's so awesome. We're living in a new era. And so this guy's mad. Why? Does he think it was too much of a coincidence that on her insistence we found the new world and new shit's happening? We're colonizing like crazy. Does he suspect that she is from another world interfering with humanity? Like, either he thinks she's an alien, or I don't know. I'm gonna be for real. I don't know if they believe in God in this universe. They have elevated this regular human woman to what appears to be a god, but I don't know if other gods exist in this universe. I don't know if the concept of big floating being in the sky and the heavens in control of everything is a thing in this, you know. I got a lot of questions. Yeah, new symbolism just dropped. Lungs as the symbol of love instead of the heart. That makes the painting make more sense. Don't worry, Techno, they're just a fan of the JDM scene, and specifically the Toyota Supra. I don't know anything about the JDM scene, I'm sorry. This is so shit Vinny would read on a cryptid stream. It's true. It's so true. Also, mild tangent. Big shout out to whoever is like tricking Vinny into like doing art history streams where he just like presents artworks on weird artworks on stream, and then whoever submitted the pack of like images has like a little art history paragraphs to explain it. I love that. I'm so here for it. It's very weird, but it's working. This is something that I feel like would show up on one of those streams, either the cryptid or the art history, spontaneous art history streams, and there would be like big context, and the chat would be like, "What the hell? That's crazy! Oh my god!" All right, so the guy who killed her 22 years later doesn't think she's human. What does he think she is?
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times.
8?
The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
He's a conspiracy theorist. She was shot in the chest with a fowling piece. I don't know what the hell that is, but 8 times is excessive. What the hell? The man thought to be insane. Oh, only thought to be insane? So, he touched her body and said her body had been unnaturally warm like a furnace, and observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. What the fuck? You mean to tell me this man stared at her for minimum 10 minutes or more? And he's like, oh, she's not fucking breathing. She's not breathing at all. What the hell? Is she not human? And also, unnaturally warm like a furnace. Like, wait, what? What do you... What? Man, humans are just warm. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she just, like, runs like a furnace. I don't fucking know. Some people are just really warm. Now, if he said he got burned after he, like, high-fived her, then I would believe there's something weird going on. But, like... Yeah, bro literally went, she's too hot, and killed her. And it's like, okay, that's fucked up. Like, listen, I'm not entirely convinced to elevate her to, like, a pedestal of the angels or whatever. But, like, she was just out here being admired by thousands of people, and you killed her. Because why? Okay, now I gotta hear the conspiracy theory. Tell me more.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Religious psychology. Okay, wait, I forgot about the glowing lungs. So, unnaturally hot like a furnace. Allegedly forgets how to breathe. Has glowing lungs, also allegedly. I don't know what cryptid that is. Anybody here know? Don't tell me if you actually know the real lore answer. But I don't know what cryptid that is. Also, it doesn't sound like anything that I've heard about regarding angels, so that can't be it. Yeah, exactly. Some people are just warm and don't breathe. I don't know what this guy's deal is. The glowing lungs, I'll concede, is weird, but I'm just, like, confused about that one. Like, multiple people were there, and everyone's like, damn, her lungs are glowing today. Her skin is so translucent, we could see her lungs glowing through her dress. Through her flesh. Her lungs were glowing. That I don't understand. I don't get that one. I think everybody who was around in the time that she existed was just very parasocial. Okay, was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, I want to hear. What do you mean she was bad for humanity? She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. No, I'm not going to heed the warning. I have 6 bars of cringe damage. I can take it. Please do not touch my health. I can think about this, right? I won't pass out and die if I remember what's wrong with her. No. Was there something bad about her? I want to know. ...
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Yo. Okay, wait. Wait. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal. Some for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state, and then there were the resettlement programs. Bro, what? See, this is why this is so fucked up. This is why it's very weird. All of this is so weird. And then the guy who killed her is like, no, we were supposed to come up with this ourselves. Oh, the war crimes? Okay, so what happened? Also, please explain, please elaborate the most socially secluded and least self-aware. I have to know. What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
What the fuck is her job? I thought she was just a wee little philosopher. Just like being tee, I'm advising the kings and queens to do things, and maybe they'll listen to me, maybe they won't. But she is in charge of this? Did they what? A military force that she called the Army of Humanity.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games.
Okay.
Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum.
What? The more I hear about her, the more I'm like, people were idolizing this? Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and her thumb, an icon such as this. I'm guessing they mean in depictions like this. What the hell? All right. I hope we get to know more about whoever the fuck this is with the glowing orb. I want to know more about that too. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic. I don't know what any of that means, but continue. The green eyes, I mean.
Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention but feel when they think of her.
He just disappeared? It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. I don't know about y'all, but anybody else feeling like it's wow, it's feeling like a real surreal play in here.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Subtle terror is part of her iconography. Okay.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I'm learning history right now, Kim. Unless you want to explain it to me. That's fine if you want to explain it to me.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
What are these options? War criminal. Oh, wow. Okay. She's somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs. That's fucked up. Wow. She's not. There's so many paths you can take with this. Okay, my thoughts on Dolores Day. One. I don't believe in the conspiracy theory that her assassinator believes in. However, there's something fucked up going on here. Something ain't right here. Something's not right. 3, I do agree. She, war criminal. 4, why did everyone fall in love with her? Again, my question from earlier still stands. Why did everybody put her on a pedestal? What does she do that is different from what anybody else was doing? What made her so influential? Because, like, in this entire history lesson that we got right now from looking at the art, all I've heard about her character is that she's very smart and she's very pretty. But then what? I don't know. Like, it sounds like people already were putting her on a pedestal before she gave the advice to the queen, and then that led to the discovery of the new world. I can understand a little bit that, like, oh yeah, she was the one who told the queen to go over here, therefore we discovered the whole new world and a new country and woohoo, colonization, yeah, woo. That's like I can understand people being like parasocial about her after that and thinking like she's some sort of genius. But before that, I'm kind of like, what makes her so special? What does she do? 5, I forgot how many points I said already. 5, what happened to her husband? The fact that, where is it? It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role. Makes me a little uneasy. I'm kind of like, So like, did she kill him after she got clout in the court? What happened? I don't even know what her husband was supposed to be doing. Clearly, he had some connection to the court to be able to present her to the court and show off how beautiful and smart she is, right? And then he disappears. Like, he's completely unimportant. No one remembers him. He's basically, people are probably like, what do you mean Dolores Day is married? I've never seen her husband. You know, what the hell? What happened? That's so ominous. That's ominous and weird. Okay. I and then her six her assassinator, her murderer, her killer, the killer. He sounds like just a conspiracy theorist. But there is something weird about her. 7, what do you mean she has glowing lungs? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Okay. So basically, I have a lot of confused opinions about Dolores Day. I do believe she's a war criminal, though. That I can believe. That one seems the most realistic. Has to be single for image reasons. You know what? True. Just as we have the Virgin Mary, she is completely single, never been married, never been kissed, never been sullied by the presence of a man in her life. She is a pure angel who does war crimes. And everyone loved her. God, that is weird. But what if it hurts Kim's feelings calling her a war criminal? Well, then that's our first fight. Listen, I already got the achievement that Kim trusts me, okay? So I want him to trust me in this instance. Even though I think this is a very funny option to say here right now, I am very intrigued by the response. She's somehow connected to the case. I don't know. I want to disagree, but this church has provided so much weird supernatural lore that I actually did not think the game had anything truly supernatural in it. I didn't think it had any of that. But now I do. Where did the void come from? So what if Dolores Day is involved in this case somehow? What if she is not dead, but she is still alive, conducting this surreal play from afar? What if we have to fight God, is what I'm trying to say. You know? What if this turns into a JRPG and we have to fight God? You know, I'm just putting it out there. Maybe. I'm not opposed to it. You know? That would be sick. I mean, I would still be interested. I would still be into it. I'm just surprised that this went from like a political homicide detective video game to now there's supernatural things happening. God may have walked among us, or an alien, or a demon. The void is in the church, and also we're a superstar gay communist. Why is Harry Henry sliding down the stairs? Y'all are seeing this, right? Actually, he's just like jumping. He's like wiggling on the stairs. It looks like he is descending like 1 inch at a time and hopping backwards. But he's not moving backwards that much. It's actually, I did not notice that earlier. I don't know how long he's been doing that. What the hell? Bro, relax. I know, she's very scary. I don't know what to think about this anymore. But, I mean, you can relax. Take it easy, man. It's just a drawing. Okay. I want to say she's somehow connected to the case because I think it would be very funny to get some feedback on this. Kim, what do you think about this? Do you think Dolores Day, parentheses God, is connected to the case? What do you think about this, Kim? You know? I feel like I don't have enough conclusive evidence to determine whether or not she's human. We probably have enough evidence to call her a war criminal. I don't want to lie this time and say nothing just looking around because it's very clear that I've been staring at the stained glass window for like 20-30 minutes. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up, is true. That is fucked up. But if that's the symbol for love in this universe. Okay, now I want to say that one. Okay. Oh my god. I'm still thinking about how computers work in this universe. And the computers are weird. That's true. Listen. I don't know how this is working. I also think it's kind of weird to have a real life person be your password. Essentially the gatekeeper for your computer. I think that concept is very bizarre. I don't like it. But that's what they're cooking with in this alternate universe. It makes me very uneasy. I don't think that's very safe for your cybersecurity. But maybe it is. All right. So here, okay. Okay. I want to say she's somehow connected to the case. Kim? Is it fucked up of me to say this, Kim? But she's somehow connected to the case. I want to know what he's going to say. Also, I think this is a very funny response.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
Only almost 1,000% certain? I don't know, Kim. Have you gone on to Dolores Day is a war criminal and a demon.net lately? They've been putting out some very interesting articles. He takes his glasses off to clean them.
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
The coast isn't connected to the case? Well, that may be so, but... Oh, my visual calculus is too stinky. I do want to reconstruct the cracked glass. I want to know what happened here. Where the hell did all the glass go? Did someone throw the did someone inside the church throw something to break the glass? Or did someone outside the church throw something to break the glass? I am suspecting it's the first one, because where the hell is all the glass? This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez.
Oh.
Or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity. You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Okay. I like that he lowers his voice to explain this to me. Because he knows my ass doesn't know anything. That's so thoughtful of you. Thank you, Kim. We're trying to be secret that I don't know jack shit about anything. I understand. Okay.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast.
7?
Lysetsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters.
Oh.
Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Les Sept Sœurs. Okay.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
That's what I want to know. He did the sign of the cross and everything. I would be more surprised if we get the reveal that Kim is religious? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I would expect him to not be religious. But perhaps he really likes this religion, though.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
There it is again. I'm feeling guilt? What guilt am I feeling? I don't feel any guilt. What did I do? Okay. I'm going to ask him, do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes.
Oh?
There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oh! Somebody talked about this. Somebody talked about this. I don't remember who. I don't remember which character. Somebody mentioned that this church was raided by the police. And that really, that kind of set off some alarm bells for me. Because why did that happen? Why is the police shooting up the church? Surprised that a cop worships a war criminal? Okay, but Kim's different, though. He's a different guy. He's different. Any other police, expected. Kim's different. I have faith. He's built different. Hold on. So he has a theory. A game theory. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear.
Ooh!
Although I can't be sure.
Me station? Well, wait. Where does your theory start? Hold on. Tell me what actually happened and then tell me your theory. Your station was involved, I hear, although I can't be sure. You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here. Genuine. Authentic. I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
No. You should. You should pry into extra district matters. At least a little bit. Be a little nosy. Because now I want to know. You can't just tell me that. You can't just say that to me. What the hell happened in this church where the police was called, the police did a raid, nobody wants to come to this church anymore because something fucked up happened here. Also, there's a void in the ceiling. What happened? If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
But why? You don't know what happened either. I know his ass is nosy, just like me. We were reading this woman's diary, literally, I guess in game, like an hour ago, maybe. We were in here reading her diary together, all right? We were commenting, we were live tweeting her diary, all right? I'm gonna find out for the both of us. I am so curious. Why the fuck is the police raiding a church? Okay, continue.
It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
It happened a while ago. I wonder if it was before Harry Henry was on the force, or if it happened, or if he was here. Maybe he wasn't here. Maybe it was. Maybe he was part of Precinct 41, but other people went on the raid and not him. If it was so top secret confidential. No, Kim, I think this is very important. It's important to me. Now I need to know. Kim, okay, we're going to be extremely direct about this, I guess. Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are.
We?
Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
We are? Okay. I don't like her. She looks like a lever. You can make Harry Henry so, like, divorced and misogynist in this game, and that's crazy to me. That's wild. The devs really thought about everything. Okay. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin. Stroke your chin first. I want to know what happens with this. Give me some time to think. Maybe if I say nothing, he'll say more.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual. That's a real comment from me. I said this earlier. I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional.
What?
The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
But y'all made a church. What's the church for if not praying and faith? Why not just make a government building with a big painting of her on it, in it? Why specifically a church? See, this is the part that makes it weird. I don't know what to think about this. This is why I need to know more. I need to understand. So, I'm not going to pass this visual calculus. I don't think I'm going to pass. I only have 3, but it's a white check. I can retry it. I only have 3 points. 28%. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'll try it. But I'm going to be so for real. I have not thought about visual calculus in probably like literal months since I had to like reconstruct something else that had to do with the actual crime scene. Yeah, why not reconstruct the cracked glass? Maybe I'll get lucky. I won't.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
Always knew you could do it. Well, alright. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I'll save right after this. Okay. So this is the full stained glass, huh? Oh, what the hell? So there are people down here in the painting. Who is the sovereign with the orb? If she was real historical angel goddess that everyone loves and adores and prays to, who is he? Who is this person? Surely someone who is close to her and was probably her biggest fan, her number 1 disciple. Right? And then there's a bunch of other little people over here. Okay. Oh, shit. And up here has the boats. That probably has to do with the voyage. The voyage to what we now call Revachol. The new world. Then there's these pillars in the background here. I've got no clue what that could mean. I also can't really tell what's going on in these archways. All I see is this glowing areas. I don't know if it's fire that's over here or what. I'm gonna be honest, I can't really tell what the people are doing either. They're just standing around. Okay. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both. I don't know where the text is. So, what shattered this mosaic? Ooh.
Unknown.
Unknown? Okay, we zoomed all the way the fuck in for unknown? You mean to tell me the unknown from the Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow, Scotland? He did this? Okay. So, who is this older woman? Oh!
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator.
Oh.
She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other.
What?
This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Okay. And I'm good. I think that's very funny. The queen depicted with thick-rimmed eyeglasses? Does that ever happen in any painting in history ever? Okay, I don't know what the fuck a Reichsapfel is. I'm just gonna call it the orb. And then this must be the scepter. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above she herself is whole.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, Theriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say? And where
Below
is it?
both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Oh shit. Afterlife, death. That's her password. That's the password for the programmer girl boss. Afterlife, death. After death. The new life? These are French words I actually understand and know how to read. So I must be close. Right? Where is the text? I don't see the fucking text. I want to see it. I want to know what it looked like. In luminous black letter, they said. I don't fucking see no luminous black letter. I don't see no goddamn text on the fucking goddamn anywhere. But this is her password. After life, death, and then after death, the new life, the new life. French is weird, okay? They have these articles for these concepts here. The, la vie de nouveau.
And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
I don't know what le gris is. But after the world? After the world, le gris. Après le gris, le monde de nouveau. This, I can tell you, is the new world. I don't know what le gris is. Sorry, I don't know enough French for that. Oh, is it on the sides? Oh, wait. Below both women, in luminous black letter. Afterlife, death. I don't know where that is. I want to see it myself. And then along the left side, which I don't know where that is either, it talks about the world. Okay.
After life, death.
Yes.
After death, life again.
Again?
After the world, the pale.
Oh.
After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death. I was close. Maybe when you use nouveau like that, it doesn't mean new. All right. Okay. The great leitmotif of humanism. A summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola. Okay. 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 So, the pale. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. The pale keeps coming up. I don't know what the pale is. Someone's probably said it. I don't know what the fuck it is anymore. I forgot. Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death. After Dot dot dot.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in DeLorean sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Uh-oh. What happened? It's common in DeLorean sacralism. Okay. DeLorean sacralism. It was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a maxim thing.
Too feminine. Okay. See, that one seems like a real answer. That seems like it's the real answer. Too submissive, too feminine for the RCM. Okay. Deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern related motto. Okay. Suspected of bootlicking is very funny to me. Okay. So, what is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Okay. What are these responses? You can't just say that. What the hell? There are so many different ways to play Harry Henry, and whatever playthrough that has rules that say you have to choose this answer, it must be the most insane, most unhinged playthrough. Full of cringe, I might add. So like, I like the other one better. Justice, union, prudence, and force. I mean, okay. I mean, I mean, yeah, I guess you can say that. I guess. But it's lame. Yeah, I like the other one better. Although, can I be for real? There's no way you can have all of that. I mean, you can have all of that be your motto, but that seems very long. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. That's a lot. We can just cut it to like after life, death. After death, life again. But also, now that I think about it, why would the police have that as their motto? That's weird, right? That's weird. I was enjoying this game before, but this has been on a new level. Oh, absolutely. Like, I was already vibing. I was here, and now they're giving me this? This is why it takes me 5 hours to look into a church, because they keep saying things to me that are interesting, and I want to know more. It's crazy out here how much world building they slapped into this. How much more can there be? Honestly, it feels like there's so much like backstory and lore and history in this one universe. It's almost as if we are peering into a true alternate timeline universe. As a gay superstar detective, communist cop, I forgot the bisexual. Eat hot chip and lie homicide detective. You know what I mean? All of that made sense. My Cavendish just went extinct. Damn. Happens to the best of us. I don't know if you ever went down the dialogue path with the character who'd give you the lore dump on the pail. I don't know. There are definitely characters that we have talked to that they've given me massive lore, but I will not remember most of it. Like the evil stepmother at the pier. She gave us a lot of history, but I am notoriously bad at history. So, therefore, ergo, I don't remember much of what she said. If I see it again, I might remember it. However, it's not likely. Also, hi, Clued, welcome! I'm sorry to hear that you are incredibly sick. I'm hoping that it's not the COVID, and it's not the flu, and it's not the RSV or whatever is going around, and it's not the bird flu, and it's not the bird flu that has made it to cats, and it's not the cat flu. Hopefully it is just something easy to manage. Hopefully you can just sleep and allow your body to restore health points over this weekend. You know? Harry, you can't be saying shit like this when you've got gay practice coming up. That's what I'm saying. Harry, you cannot reclaim. You didn't make it there yet. You're still figuring that shit out. Okay? Also, you can't just be acting like that before you investigate the homosexual underground. What the hell, man? What the signs are not aligning right now. We need to get you back in check. All right? Dialogue like this is probably why the woke game detector people keep flip-flopping on this game. Is it true that they keep flip-flopping on this? Because I feel like this game is very... I don't know if gray is a good way to explain it. But you can choose to do super fascism if you want. And you can say slurs. This is not the first time that they present an option where you say slurs. This is not even the 5th time. They've shown a bunch of options to me where I'm like, that's literally a slur. Or like in-universe slurs too. And it's like you can... the options are available is what I'm trying to say. So it's very funny to me for this game to be labeled as woke in the first place. It should at least be in the gray area, in my opinion. Someone in my house has the butt wiping virus, norovirus, and I'm hoping I don't get it through contact. Oh no. Clued, you have norovirus? That does not sound... I'm gonna be for real. This sounds like a pee-pee poo-poo virus. And I know I'm not a doctor. But hopefully it's easy to manage. And all you need to do is sleep. And all that. I got my COVID and flu shots a couple days ago. Let's fucking go. We're getting vaccinated. Woo! We're getting the jab. I feel that. I am also okay. I'm in the same boat, but like I got my flu and COVID shots like back in October before I went to the concert because I was like, well, If I'm gonna be around a bunch of other people who I know their ass is not gonna wear a mask, I might as well update my COVID DLC, you know? I might as well get it updated before I go. Because I wore a mask, but I did not see many other people who did. But all the dialogue for the ideologies feel like parody of their real-world counterparts. Hence the sausage grinder dialogue option every time you talk about communism. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. This game is hard. You can't just... This game is so hard to place on the woke chart. Because, like, they just build the world and you can choose to be a racist jackass, or you can be a gay communist superstar cop, or you can do what all centrist options only. Just completely avoid anything political, anything opinionated, anything that shows personality in your character. You can do that. Kuno has been a bad influence on Harry. I think it's woke because it's in the gray area. Ooh. I'm gonna be thinking about that one. I don't know, cause like I'm here. My thoughts on the woke gaming chart. I feel like the definition of woke is so simplistic, where it's like anything that shows a woman who is not a sex object or gay people is woke. Right? Like, that feels like that's just how they operate, the people who made that chart. But for this, I feel like there is something to the fact that this game is saying that this game is woke because it's in the gray area makes sense to me, because they're allowing you to just choose your own options. I don't know how to say it. It's not trying to railroad you into a specific option, but also the ones that are very clearly coded into, like, oh, this is the fascist dialogue option, oh, this is the communism dialogue option, are very over the top. And to me, it's kind of funny because it's so insane. But also, it's like, huh. Yeah, you could just choose to do that if you want. If I talked about sausage grinding communism in a communism Discord server, I'd get my ass banned faster than me saying nuts. But also, when they won the award at the Game Awards, they thanked Karl Marx and Engels. Wait, even though that makes sense, like, I would expect the devs to actually be quote-unquote woke. Even though I would expect the devs to be woke like that, that's so actually funny to me. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but I feel like the fact that they allow people to make their own decisions, I guess, in their game, and they make you think about how you want to portray your guy, how do you want to portray your Harry Henry, and they don't just want to railroad you into specific options. therefore making it kind of gray on that chart, but like it still feels woke because they want you to think about how you're interacting with this work. I don't know. It's very kind of those types to consistently apply death of the author, because they did thank Marx and Engels when they accepted the award at the Game Awards. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It helps people explore their political stance, and you can pick out the little things that are wrong with any sort of stance, since, of course, there's no such thing as a utopia. I will say one stance may have more holes than others. Fair, fair. But that's what I mean, though. They are allowing you to think about how you want to interact in this universe. And I feel like that has much more woke vibes in a realistic sense, as opposed to woke vibes on the very simplistic woke gaming chart. You know what I mean? I like that the game wants you to think and make decisions like this, even if some of the options are like hilariously over the top and a little too embarrassing, or just straight up like nasty. But they give you that option, and I'm like, damn, all right. Thank you, Karl Marx, for Disco Elysium. Shout outs to Karl Marx for Disco Elysium. He was so real for that. He was so real when Karl Marx himself was there at Fortress Accident, coding day in, day out, all day, all night. He was coding, he was doing the 3D modeling, he was doing the writing all by himself up there in Fortress Accident, making this video game for us. And we have to say thank you. Everybody say thank you, Karl Marx, for Disco Elysium. God. Hold on, what's this? Hold on. Oh my god, Reggie? Hold on. Yeah, okay. I feel like I was aware that Disco Elysium won at the Game Awards at that year. This was posted 5 years ago. Holy shit, what the hell? I was aware that Disco Elysium won a award, right? However, I don't think I saw this one. I don't think I watched this one. Oh, so hold on. We're going to watch the first 20 seconds of whatever clip this is. So let's hope this starts at a good point and we don't get any ads.
So, we'd like to thank all the great people that came before us. Ilya Repin,
Vladimir Mayakovsky, Viktor Tsoi,
and Marx and Engels for providing us the political education. Thank you.
They straight up said Karl Marx Engels. That's so good. And they seem so shy too. I didn't realize they were there in person for real for that. That's so good. They also thanked white people? Do you mean literally? Or are you saying all of the people they named are white? I didn't hear them say white people. I don't know. Because, I mean, I don't know. All the white people who came before us. For real? For real? Hold up.
So, we'd like to thank all the great people that came before.
I thought she said great. I didn't hear white in that at all. I would love to put on closed captions because I want to know what YouTube decides. What did she say, YouTube? YouTube? What did she say?
So, we'd like to thank all the great people that came.
YouTube thinks she said white people also. Real? Genuinely the most confusing audio. Because I heard her say great. I didn't hear white. This is the new fucking brain needle. This is the new fucking golden white versus black and blue dress. What is she? What? Yeah, it's the new Yanny Laurel. Yeah, maybe she said great, but closed caption said white. Yeah, so what? Genuinely the most confusing. Because real talk, I feel like a lot of people would be raising a lot of eyebrows if she actually said white people. People would be like, what the fuck is that? What the hell? What is she talking about? What the fuck? So, I mean, I think it's just an accent thing, you know? Hi, Pee-Pee. Hi, Peeperoni. How are you doing? I heard my social security number. You have a very short social security number, if true. But I think it says Yanny. Very Yanny Laurel moment. New Yanny Laurel moment just dropped. Okay. Alright. So anyway. All of this to say that everything that I just said before, I think on the woke gaming chart, Disco Elysium, on the woke gaming chart, should be in the gray area. But in the real world, where people exist, it's woke in a way that is not what you think it is. You know? That's my thoughts. So anyway, all of that wrapped up in a ravioli to say this again, that I like life after death better than this. Justice, union, prudence, and force. It doesn't even make a cool acronym. Like, it doesn't even make an acronym. It just says, or no, you can shorten it to an acronym. However, JUPF is not a very fun acronym to say. JUPF? What is that? What is that? It's like a stinky emote. You know? Anyway, I like the other one better.
So do I.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I'm glad we agree. We're agreeing. Now I'll step back from the painting, the window.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
Wait, what?
Nothing has changed in her expression.
It's a wax painting? You can do that? Wax painting? On glass? On God, for real? I guess that explains a lot. How it doesn't look like a regular stained glass window. That would be a massive stained glass window. Alright, well shit, okay. I guess we're leaving. I kind of wanted to hear more about Dolores Day. I want to hear more about DeLoreanism. So, okay. My thoughts, additional thoughts. Okay, I had additional thoughts, but I lost it. So, okay, I'm. I want to relate this to the stuff I know in the real universe world. But I was about to say, DeLoreanism is like this universe's Christianity, but at the same time, kind of no, it's built different. But everybody, okay, but like, it's very complicated. This is why it doesn't work. This is why not analogy. This is why this attempted parallel doesn't work. Save game. Save game in the church. They said that everybody, well, Kim said that we all believe in DeLoreanism. It's baked into everything. But also not believe this is just the way that it is. That's just the way that it is out here in this law. That's just the RCM.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
Where is this going? Don't make it weird. Don't make this into fetish content, okay? I'm here minding my own business and being respectful in the house of the Lord, and we're talking about something. What are you talking about? No, I don't remember anything. I don't want to think about this. Goodbye. No, what is it? What is it?
You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Is the game trying to tell me that Harry Henry's ex-wife looked like the god? She had a jar for sure. Oh no. That's kind of unfair of an answer. That's kind of like oh, you must love capitalism because you participate in it. No, but that's what I mean. Like, to try and compare DeLoreanism to Christianity wouldn't make sense. Because people here in our universe, there's people who just do not do anything Christianity related at all. Oh, but Kim literally just did that to us. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Which is why I'm more confused. Cuz if this is a religion, then I'm like, okay, so yeah, I understand that not everybody is going to believe in this religion. But then his ass is like, no, we all believe in it though. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. People will just not believe. What do you mean? I don't believe in capitalism. It can't affect me. Right? Like, does it work like that? If someone just doesn't believe in DeLoreanism, are they affected by our laws, our enforcement of laws? Because it's kind of like a blend of Christianity and also just like the Enlightenment age. Yeah. There's like some parts of this where I'm like, okay, yeah, I smell the Christianity on this part. But like, everything else, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I know that. You know? Sovereign Citizen arc of Harry Henry. Okay. Why? Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Just now, I said, is the game trying to tell me that Harry Henry's ex-wife looks like Dolores Day? Or is he just like being aggressively misogynistically divorced right now in that every woman reminds him of his ex-wife. She looks like a lever was one of those options that he was thinking about. I know, I saw it. So I'm inclined to believe that Dolores Day may look like his ex-wife, and he does not like that. You should give it to her, win her back. I should, yes. This is a task of mine now. Okay, hold on. What? Look around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Bro, you can't fuck God. Chill.
This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
Okay, so if I accept this, where the hell is this gonna go? Cause she's dead. Are we like, does she have like a super does she have like a super tomb in a big graveyard somewhere, and I'm supposed to leave the headless figure on her grave or something? Do I have to look for someone who is alive and looks like her in the present, and then I give this to her? What does that mean? You know? Okay, but an hour ago you were talking about fighting a god, so he can fight one but can't fuck him. I'm just saying that I don't know if she's dead or alive. And if she's alive, maybe we can fight her, but I don't think she'd be interested in us, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think she'd be interested. What would a god want to do with teeny tiny divorced man with drinking problems? You know? Like, why? I don't believe that my Harry Henry has the Riz levels capable to seduce a god. Maybe fight a god and then immediately get crushed and wiped off the face of the earth as if you never existed, just like she killed her husband. But I don't think he's got a Riz level high enough to fuck God. I think she's controlling the world as a ghost. I could believe that. I could honestly, after entering the church, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Personally, I think she looks more of a pulley. Looks like more of a pulley or a fulcrum. I'm going to be thinking about that. I will accept the task because I want to know what's going on. But I am afraid. I am in fear of what this is going to mean. Yeah, I should. Yes, this is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Offer figurines to Dolores Day. More than one? What do you mean by that? No. You can't just say that. Dolores Day was fond of figurines. She deserves more. You should offer her any and all you have one day. If you meet her in person, what an odd task to give yourself. But here we are. What do you mean if you meet her in person? We're gonna fight God. Why? I mean, I'll do it, I guess. maybe there's an option where I can fight her, or oh no, what if it's dating sim. And I have to give her figurines, and that's how I increase the Riz level. The seduction level gets higher with every figurine I sacrifice to her. What the hell? Oh no. They're gonna do that. Alright, well, okay. I guess that's my task now. Oh my god. Harry said she looked like a lever, right? Hold on. I immediately forgot. But yes, he did. He did. Okay, hold on. Let me save. Hold on, I'm gonna save. One more save. I need to confront the ravers. I meant to do that, but you know, I love looking at art. So of course we'll go look at the big painting. Also, it's 5 p.m. Can you believe it? Also, holy shit, I just looked at my money. 53 real? We're rich. We're so rich right now. That bribe is doing work. Okay. Okay, boys. Y'all lying to me? You lied? Why can't I move? Oh, I can't move in here. What the hell is this? What is that? What is that anyway?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Things are going weird, Andre. Things are going weird. He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. So... oh, Noid, that's his name. Okay. Oh. 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 That, I still have 28% chance to pass. That's crazy. That's fucked up. Hold on, I'll get there. So, like, about the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
And I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
You were so right. He's a true narcomaniac. And the way he climbs, it was terrifying. No, okay. He seemed okay, to be honest. He's very spiritual. He's literally just a guy. He's just a guy. He may be naked and he may be on drugs, but he's just a guy who's like on the ceiling for some reason. He's like drinking out of the void portal in the ceiling. I worry about him. I'm very concerned about him. But he's just a guy. He's okay, I guess. I don't like that he's climbing on the ceiling at all, but he's very spiritual. He seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Why do you sound so fake when you say this? Like, why does it sound like he's patronizing me? He's just preaching and praying from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something. Well, yes, but I don't think that's related to the void in the ceiling. I think it would be really funny to just like very much tone down the mythos of the crab man. I think that would be very funny. He's just a guy. A weird, freaky guy who loves God and gets high in the name of the Lord. He's just preaching and praying from what I can see. I don't know.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly. I don't know. I mean, he seems pretty chill to me. I don't think he... Listen, he lives in like the very spooky, silent void area of the church. He won't be bothered. Y'all won't bother him.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
He's just gonna be there, hanging out. He's gonna scare your nightclub guests, but, he's just there, though.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. These options are so good. As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and you guys will never catch him. Okay, wait. He did actually say he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. He said he's completely unbothered by this. But also, this option is so good. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? I want to say that so bad. But also, I want to say the actual literal truth that he's like, yeah, they won't be a problem. I'm cool with it. Like, I'm torn. I hate it when the game gives me two good options that I want to say. I can't choose. And the music is good. Oh, man. Hold on. What? Okay, what time is the commie convention? The commie convention is at 10 p.m. and I believe it's at the apartments. It's only 5. I'm not sure if we'll make it to the commie convention tonight. I mean, as in this stream. But, I mean, maybe we'll talk to so many people that time will fly by, and then, like, we'll we'll go to the meeting. You really don't think the perforation is food safe? I am concerned about the perforation, yes. I don't know what he is drinking or eating or smoking or injecting up there, but I don't think it's safe for his like body, his corporeal form. I think he's dying every time he sips from the perforation. I'm concerned for his health. But, you know, he keeps himself physically active. He thinks spiritual thoughts and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person?
But he's likely up to no good. He's a crab man. A menace to society.
Yeah, and they said that about Spider-Man too, and look where he is now. I doubt that. Besides, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to catch him climbing up there.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
He's just like chilling. Speaking of the like guests that are trying to have friendly hyper time, what are y'all actually gonna do? A little bird told me that y'all aren't gonna make a nightclub in the church, and I'm very concerned about that. I would much prefer you do a nightclub, and y'all better not be making a snuff house and make snuff milieus or anything. I will get mad about it. So I'm just putting that out there. Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
He's just chilling, dude.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Oh yeah, no, she's actually real. She's real, not a ghost. She's just girl bossing. Also, she called your ass out. She said you're a liar. Huh. Okay, alright, we'll just say what we did. I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared. Do they know? Do they even know what Fortress Accident is? On a scale of like one guy making video games in their basement to like EA, how popular, how well known is Fortress Accident? I don't know if the youths will know if they're too niche, too indie. But I mean, if they made all those other board games, maybe they're pretty popular, maybe they're pretty big. Alright, I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
Yeah, so like, she said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans. And that's kind of weird, right? What are your plans again?
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Literally, because you said that, I now trust you less. I don't like Andre. Andre has literally done nothing to me, and I don't like him. The signs are off. Alright? It's not right. I don't know yet, but I don't like him. You really do want a roof guy for your raves. That's what I'm saying. I think he'd be fine up there. Maybe the music will be so good in the nightclub that he'll come down and party with them, you know? He'll be too busy sipping from the perforation to deal with any drugs or alcohol, you know? He's just chilling. I'm just noticing these dudes' character models, totally different aesthetics. They are in completely different worlds right now, and I'm kind of here for it. They are all united by the music, despite their style differences. Who will you trust, the spooky programmer or us? I mean, if it's you, I'm trusting the spooky programmer.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress. Now I'm gonna be a negative Nancy. The love? No. Game over, yeah! Game over, yeah?
TechnoToast alert! It's been 3 hours and it's time to prevent gamer death.
Hi, GDB. Can't talk now, we're doing drama. I will get up after I confront them. Okay. The love? No, I'm not really feeling it at all, actually.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things... This position